going to be a spotter. The in that is in you, the spiritual negotiator. Fear is just a favorable excuse against resolve. Fear kills dreams. Fear kills hope. Fear puts people in the hospital. Fear can age you. Fear, ladies and gentlemen, can hold you back from doing something that you know within yourself that you're capable of doing, but it will paralyze you. What's the benefit of allowing fear to hold you back? Of not stepping out on life and taking life on? What is the benefit? Do it or leave it. Sweat is just fat crying. So today, strong tomorrow. This is the drills on obradiofm.com. The art of sculpting without tracing.
All right, this is the drill show, and you're right here on obradiofm.com. The art of sculpting without tracing. Now, have you ever been in a situation where you were asked to probably like raise your hand, and then after a while you discovered that the tension around that your arm region could not probably hold it for a very long time? Yeah, that's because probably either your hands are weak or the joint movements there or the joint parts there are not in order. It means they are also weak. So this is why today the topic is the arm up tension build. How do you work on it? The arm up tension hold rather. How do you work on this, or how do you become part of this particular exercise? Yeah, I don't care if you're into calisthenics, your gymnastics, or you want to go into fitness properly. Whichever one, this particular routine, because of how dynamic it is, and because of the widespread of effect it has in your body, it is very, very advised that we make sure that we inculcate it into our workout schedule or our workout plan. Don't worry. I'll be right back. Let me just grab some bottle of water. Don't go nowhere. Especially for those of you that want to factor into strength training, or you want to be a gymnast, you want to go into the likes of boxing, then this the arms up tension hold is definitely a routine or training exercise that you should inculcate in your program. Yes, why? Because one major thing that it teaches you, or that helps you understand if you work on this, or if you put this as part of your routine, is that it helps you to master the mind muscle control. What is the mind muscle control? Where your body responds to what you've told your mind, or what you've agreed in your mind that you're going to be deliberately working on. Because for example, one very peculiar thing about this routine is that it also helps you endure that pressure, yeah, and also the tension because of how you're holding, how you be led to hold your hand, or how you're instructed to hold your hand for that effect to be fully implemented. Now, before I give you full details about this drill or about this exercise, the thing is you need to first understand why does it matter. Why should we inculcate this tension hold or this what's it called, the arms up tension hold? Why should we inculcate it into our exercising routine or into our training pattern? The first reason is because it helps you with postural reinforcement. Yeah, so arms up position demands activation through the upper back and the core, preventing slouching or overextension. So one thing is it helps you maintain your posture. And if you've been sticking with us through our previous episodes, you understand that most of the exercises or most of the training programs that we give you right here, we make sure that one benefit that it does to your body is we're trying to work on your posture. Yeah. So if you understand, we've talked about the stretches, we've also talked about the one that works on your lower back. Now today we are talking about the arms up tension hold. I'm it seems like I'm trying to get moved to show you an example, but no, you need to understand why it matters first, so that before you be deciding to go into it, before you be deciding to want to add this into your routine, it's very important that you know the disadvantages and also the advantages. Another one here is your mental fortitude. After this exercise is done, it helps clear your head, and also your mental, it makes it become stable. Some of you might be asking why, because when you indulge in exercises, when you indulge in fulfilling things as this, your body releases some hormones, and some of these hormones are called endorphins. What are endorphins? Endorphins are feel good hormones. They make you feel lively and also make you feel what relaxed. And also another advantage of this is it helps you or helps you experience proper blood circulation. Another one is it enhances performance in overhead lift. Now, once your body system has mastered this drill, and this drill I'm talking about is the arm tension hold. Routine, it's going to help people who want to be gymnasts, or you want to factor into calisthenics. If you know what calisthenics is, it's more like an exercise or a training pattern where you're relying just on your body weight, which is also very, very fantastic. So if you intend to go into calisthenics, you should definitely pay good attention about the benefits and why you should engage or inculcate this drill into your workout program or your workout routine. And we've talked about the fact that it helps your mental health and also helps you to maintain a good posture. Another benefit is that it enhances your breathing mechanics. Why? Because it encourages a diaphragmatic control while maintaining thoracic stability. What this basically means is that the fact that you're trying to hold for quite a while, it could be like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, or probably a minute. Now, the process or the time frame by which you're doing this, at some point you need to practice what they call the breath control mechanics, because while you're holding, your breath has to be in a controlled force so that you don't overlap, and it also doesn't cause you some disadvantages. Another one is the motor pattern encoding, because it solidifies your foundational overheading strength. Yeah, we talked about this earlier, that while you're engaging in this is because it strengthens your joints and also strengthens your upper body, because once your upper body has started to build that momentum, it helps you now do some other workout routines that are related to upper body. I'm talking about the bench press, I'm talking about the overhead presses and the likes of them. Also, it can be used to help you arrange your climbing movements and also your punching mechanics. Remember that we've talked about the fact that if you want to go into combat sports, it is good that you understand how this tension hold works, because it's going to help you build and maintain that strong force around your upper body. And also, don't forget that it affects your lats. Yes, your lats also. So once your lats are strong and those pointed upper body regions are also very strong, then you're rest assured that you're ready for whatever fight you want to punch them, you want to engage in Muay Thai or whichever one. Yeah, it's advised that you take this very, very serious. Now, so how am I going to go about this? How do I start? And also, someone sent a message here and said if we can tell them the biochemical analysis or some parts of the muscles that are going to be engaged if this person wants to begin this, and also the positioning style. Don't worry, we're going to touch all of that. That's why we're here for you. But regarding our fitness, don't forget the Shape Up Nigeria 30-30 Fitness Challenge and the Operation Keep Nigeria Fit. What's your 30? You can find your 30 when you come to the show or when you come to Yakubu Gowon Stadium in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, Nigeria. Now, what is the Operation Keep Nigeria Fit? This is an initiative where you're encouraged to come and exercise every last Saturday of the month. Now, this inauguration is going to be happening, or it's going to be declared, or it's going to be beginning from the 27th of September. Yes, and then subsequent last Saturdays of the month, just be rest assured and be prepared to always come and have some fitness related fun. Yeah, I'm assuring you that it's going to be something that, sweat shows that you're working out, sweat shows that you're improving, and also sweat is fat crying. Yes, sweat is fat crying. So, in as much as I'm saying that it's going to be fun, don't forget that I said it's going to be fitness kind of fun. So expect to sweat, expect to smile, and also expect to go home with a strong and a very, very fit body. Also, we have the Shape Up Nigeria 30-30 Fitness Challenge. This one is quite easy and it's more like my favorite. And I know it's going to be a lot more fun, and it's also going to be filled with a whole lot of goodies. We're just telling you work out 30 minutes every day for 30 days. Are you saying 30-30? So 30 minutes every day for 30 days. It begins from the 1st of October and it runs down to the 30th of October. Each day has its own special edition. Each day comes with something new, something you've never seen before. So I'm telling you, or I'm indulging you to make sure to put this in your schedule, and you're definitely going to be at Yakubu Gowon Stadium, Port Harcourt, Rivers State. And don't forget that if you cannot fly down, that's not a problem. Make sure to stay tuned into obradiofm.com. Watch us live on Facebook or get our application. It is downloadable on Android. It's also available on your Apple devices. I'm talking about the Fitness Talk Show app. Yes. Also, if you have an Android phone, the difference is you just type fitness_talk show as against just saying fitness or just typing Fitness Talk Show on your Apple device. Another very important announcement or another very important notice that you should be aware of is that if you're a vendor, you have something you're selling, and you're looking for a place to exhibit this product for quite a good amount of days, don't worry, we've got it covered. That's why we're calling on exhibitors, we're calling for vendors to come and show your product. It doesn't matter the sector you're in, it doesn't matter the industry, you're into fashion, you're in the food business, you're in the fitness business. Come, we're accepting everybody because we want you to be a part of this fun, and also we want you to make sure that once you've chosen your 30, you're having fun, you're sweating, and also it's also having that fun packed filled experience. We're not leaving anything on the table. If you want to be a vendor and you want to be a part of this exhibition call that we're talking about, all you have to do is reach us on our email, obradiofm.uk@gmail.com, or you can kindly give us a call, or kindly send a WhatsApp message to +234 814 371 4093. Yes, that's how you can reach us. Now let's go back to what we're talking about. And before I go to what we're talking about, don't forget that we have the sheriffs who are going to actually hunt you and make sure that you are part of this show. Because if you're found wanting and you're found not doing what you're supposed to do, you'll be taken to the house of no mercy. And unlike the police station, the house of no mercy, there's no bailout. You must do your workout and you must partake. Now, some muscles that are engaged or will be engaged when you become or when you inculcate this workout routine in your program. First of all, we're looking at the Detroit. Now, the Detroit maintains your arm elevation level. Now, when you raise your arm and you hold for a while, that region that makes sure that your arm remains at that level, it's called your Detroit. And with consistent progress, and also with time, while you keep doing this, you keep working out, and you keep making sure that you're putting this program into practice, your Detroit are going to become strong and also going to become very, very stable. Another one is the trapezius. The trapezius regulates that scapular upward rotation. It helps that rotation to take place, and with time it becomes also very strong, and also that joint is something that is means that you're not going to have either you're going to have an improper body formation, or you might even have some disjointed errors, which at the long run is not going to help you health wise and also fitness wise. It means that you're not mechanically fit. So now we'll be talking about the positional landmarks, how to position. The first thing is your wrist should be directly over your shoulder, whatever you're doing while you're trying to do this hold, because this tension hold I'm talking about has different dimensions, has different types, but regardless of the one you're doing, make sure that your wrist is above your shoulder. Yeah, so this is my wrist and it's above my shoulder. So I could decide to do this style, I could go like this, I could spread my hands, but the goal is whatever you're doing, however you want to diversify the exercise routine, make sure that your wrist is always above your shoulders. Another one is your elbows should be fully extended without being hyper extended. So you're extending your elbows, but it shouldn't be overly extended. Yeah, remember there's something we always say. Yeah, I particularly always talk about balance. So we're saying extend your arms or extend your elbows, but make sure that it's not overly extended. So remember balance, and also remember to know your own body type. Always know when you've reached that height that you're feeling very comfortable, and you know that at this point you're not having any issue with your pivot or any of your joints. Please be careful. Remember, form is very, very important. And in as much as you're listening to this, you're watching this, we're always advising you to at the end of the day, before you engage in any of this, thoroughly seek the professional advice of an expert or a specialist. Yes. Okay. Another landmark is your feet should be grounded with tripod foot pressure. So your feet should be grounded on the floor. Yes, so that you know that you have a strong foundation, so you don't fall. Remember that with time, while you're doing this, it's going to be encouraging for you to begin to add weights or begin to even add some probably some improvised materials to make it a more extensive. So one framework that we tell people or we give to people to help them is stand tall with your feet under your hips. That's one. And then brace the core before your arm movement. Then raise your arm up until biceps align with your ears. At some point, your biceps should be able to be at the same level with your ears. And don't forget that there are different types of this tension, this arm extension hold that I'm talking about. But regardless of any strategy or anyone or any pattern that you want to indulge in or you want to add to your workout routine, make sure that you are raising your arms onto your biceps are going to be aligning with your ears. So your hand obviously is saying it has to go up a little bit and it has to get to a point where your biceps should be at the same level with your ear. And also for professional and stronger delivery, lock in on all your major joints. Yes, they are saying just raise your hand or just do it like this. Yes, it's advised that you do it like that, but make sure to lock it in. How do you lock it in? You need to apply pressure. So as you're raising your arms like this, once you apply pressure, it makes it to become locked in. And while locked in, it makes that a muscle to build faster and also gives you that strength that is required. Okay, always maintain tension across your entire body. Yeah, you might get to a point where probably you've set it at 20 seconds and you're now down on 10, 15 seconds, and you know that the tension buildup has begun to increase. We're saying maintain that tension. Don't try to go against what you said or something. As long as there's no injury yet and there's no strain on your muscle yet, and you're also very sure and confident that the time frame that you've given to yourself or the practical time you can actually beat it, then make sure to always maintain that tension across your entire body. Because as you're holding and then you know that you're getting tired or something, not or you don't want to wait till that time, something might happen. You might get strain on your bones, or you might now lose form. And remember that form is very, very important. Yes, form is something that we talk about here, that in as much as we're saying work out, exercise, do this, we are not just telling you to just indulge in this indirectly. Understand the form so that you don't have a wrong posture. That's one very, very, very one major major disadvantage of not understanding your form or not being in the right form. Another one is lower your arms slowly under control. That means your arms should always be under your own control. Yeah, you're saying you're going to be suspending it for 10 seconds, 20 seconds. In the process of or in the time frame of that 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, make sure that your arm is still under your own control. Yes, and also shake out your shoulders and assess fatigue level. Make sure to know when you began to experience a longer strain of fatigue. Yeah, so it doesn't it doesn't extend to other joints, and also so you don't get overstrained in your muscle. Yeah, so always assess your fatigue level. That's why we're saying know your body type. That's the most important thing. Know your body type and always seek the advice of a professional, and also know your form. Whatever exercise you want to indulge in, whatever type of routine that you want to be partaking in, make sure to know your body type. Make sure to get your form right, and if possible, seek the help or seek the professional advice of a specialist. You can also, if there's money, you can go to a professional gym or get a workout instructor. Yeah, so this one is now there are different progressive level for this. Now, as a beginner, if you want to do the arm tension hold, it's advised that you lean your body on a wall for what? For balance. Yeah, so it's advised that you can just be on a wall, raise your arm, and hold. That tension helps don't forget we talked about the mind muscle control. That's one of the basic and one of the most important advantages of being a part of or inculcating this workout routine into your program. It helps you understand that your mind and your muscle can actually work together if you decide to. You get what I'm saying? Do you really understand what I'm saying? So as a beginner, while you're still trying to, you know that you've not gotten to a point where you can now stand free or like give a free stance and still do this routine. Yeah, we understand. So that's what I was saying. As you're starting, it's best advised that you lean on a wall, because that wall now will serve as a balance and it's going to serve as a surface, so you have that straight stand. Because it's the first thing is your form, and one major form that you should always consider is you're expected to stand tall and your feet should be mounted strong on the floor. So as a beginner, you're going to use a wall. Then as an intermediate, you begin to practice to do it freestanding. So freestand, arms up, hold. That is, you're now trying to leave the wall a little bit, but you're still close to the wall, but you're trying to freestand on your own while there's still like a wall behind you, but you're not leaning on the wall directly while you're doing this. With time, while you're progressing like this, is because as you're doing it with time, also your muscles begin to get used to a certain routine. So it's advised that as you're growing and as you're exercising, you begin to increase its pressure, begin to increase each level, so that it's also for your own health benefits and also help you to become stronger, and also help you to be able to manage that pressure and the tension. Okay, advanced, you grow from wall to standing close to the wall. Now advanced, you're advised to leave the wall directly, so you're not supposed to stand on the wall. Just stay there and raise your arm or hold your arm, depending on the direction, depending on the strategy or the style that you want to use, or the type of the arm tension hold that you want to practice or you want to inculcate. But now you're advised to leave the wall directly. If possible, don't even stay close to the wall. Just stand strong or stand straight. That's the first one, because your form is very, very important. And make sure that your spines are fitted well together and you're holding up very, 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 very strong. Okay. Now, so as you're growing from the wall, you're now saying leave the wall, but you're still seeing the wall. So now you're going to intermediate. Intermediate, you're not even allowed to have a wall around you. So now you're now in the elite. The elite and the hybrid is now you're expected to hold a bar or a plate. It could be something of lightweight, it could be something of heavyweight, depending on the level by which you've progressed. Yeah, so you've gone from, we're telling you, stand on the stand close to the wall, to shift a little bit from the wall, to stand freestanding without a wall inside. Now we're saying add some weights. Yeah, but in all of this, remember, progressive overload is very, very important, because like I always say, or like we always say on this show, fitness is not a sprint, it's not a race. Instead, it is a lifestyle. So as you're doing it consistently, you're growing, and with time, you know that your efforts begin to add up and your efforts begin to grow, because as they're growing and as you're adding up all this pressure and all these things you're doing, with time, if you were lifting 10 kg, I bet you 10 kg is going to be like a 5 kg, it's going to be like 2 kg. So obviously you have to be growing and have to keep adding on this weight and making sure that the exercise keeps growing on and on. Now, how do I apply this? Or what if I do this program now? Because this program is not like push-up, it's not like bench press, it's not like somebody telling me to jog, or that I should squat, or I should do this or that, I should do my lunges or this, that. No, I know that it's not part of the popular ones in the Hall of Fame, or probably like you're not used to hearing about these sorts of exercises. But this, I'm going to tell you where you can apply this, the sectors that you can apply this, and also how you can use this for everyday task. And also I'll be telling you the programming options and also practical routine table on how you can do this from your home. But as usual, I need to grab some water, I need to rest a little bit, but don't go nowhere. Just after this very short commercial, we'll be right back with more details. I have said, I promised you that I'll be on this when after the break that I'll be telling you about the applicable methods that you can use, and also some sectors that you can actually apply this workout routine. Some of these sectors are the combat sports, probably like if you want to go into jitsu, Shaolin, you want to go into kung fu, working on this arm hold is definitely going to help you because it stimulates your guard position fatigue and it trains the ability to keep your hands high. Yeah, so that's why it's good for combat sports. When I mean combat sports, I'm talking about the likes of boxing, I'm talking about the UFC, I'm talking about jitsu and the kung fu and all of that. And also, it helps you with Olympic weightlifting. It helps you with weightlifting rather because it reinforces the overhead position in your snap jerk technique. Remember that weightlifting requires you to lift it over your head. So if you're already used to having that tension, that arm tension hold, so definitely those your muscles are gonna be so strong and they're gonna be used to having to lift something over your head. So this means invariably is gonna help you for weight lifting. Also, it helps you for CrossFit because it enhances your strict shoulder to overhead mechanics. It also helps you with mobility and rehab because it isolates control in overhead range without dynamic stress. So these are some of the contextual applications where this work best because since we're always telling you before you engage in any of all these exercises, make sure that you understand your body type, make sure that also you make some deep research and also seek the advice of professionals. That's why we're giving you these full details so you'd be aware that okay, this is the benefit of this is how I can apply this, and this is the advantages, this is the pros, this is the con of this exercise now, so that you are going to take full responsibility if you're deciding to add this into your workout program. Okay, so I'm going to give you a programming option, a sample programming option. So for your mobility and activation, it's advised that you partake in 3 sets of 30 seconds. So you should divide your routine into 3 sets of 30 seconds. So 30 seconds for the hold and do it for 3 sets. So in total, we're looking at 90 seconds. So 90 seconds should be around a minute and probably 20 seconds or a minute and 30 seconds. Yes. So you can also superset it with a banded lat stretch or wall slides. You know what wall slides are, or you know what banded lat stretch are. They also help you for stretching. That's if you want to add it and make it more intense. But it's actually advised for on a basic level that you do 3 sets, and each of these sets you should just do it for 30 seconds. Just hold. It could be this style. You could hold flat range, or you could hold it. You could fold them by triangle range, whichever pattern. But to do this, we're advising for start or as a beginner, just do 3 sets, and each of the holding positions just go for 30 seconds. Okay, so isometric endurance. This is all about performing post shoulder work or as a finisher. That is, this can also serve as a program that you're using to work on your shoulder after doing probably your overhead lift or probably doing your basic and your more standard workouts for your shoulders. This one you can just use it for after your intense workout, or the one you intend to label as intense, then you just do this like posing. Yeah, and also you can serve as a pre-workout routine for your shoulder. You can also use it as a finisher. That is you're done with everything you're supposed to do at the gym. You're done with your workout routine for the day. You can just add this as probably like more like a dessert to spice up the whole thing and finish up the goodies, because in all of this, fitness is beautiful, fitness is a wonderful thing. It's also going to help you because it's for your own personal benefit. It's not just for me, it's not just for the next man, it's actually for you because you're doing it for your own safety, you're doing it for your own strength and for your own good health and fitness. Okay, now there are some errors. Remember, we talked about the benefits, we talked about this, that, we talked about the right form. Now we're talking about the common technical errors and their fixes. I've said this timeless times, I've said this time without number that your form, is very, very important. Now, one way for you to be able to correct your form is by first understanding those technical errors that you might experience. What are the technical errors? Overarching lower back. That means you're trying to overstretch yourself. Don't overstretch. It's advised that you stand straight, you stand tall, and you get your feet well planted on the ground. Don't forget that. Remember, I said that earlier are some of the proper ways that this can be done. Now we're talking about the common technical errors and how to fix them. Don't overarch your lower back. No, it might cause you some spine strains, and it might also cause you some pain down there. And also, very, very importantly, one of the disadvantages of overarching your lower back is because of the fact that that pain and that spine over there might get fractured, and also you might end up getting a wrong posture and getting the form all wrong. Remember that if you get the form wrong, it doesn't matter how many reps you go, it doesn't matter how many sets you go, there will be error, and it means that you're not doing anything. You get more disadvantageous results than advantages. Another one is elbows bent. Don't bend your elbow. If you bend your elbow, it's going to be at your own loss. Don't bend your elbow. All these errors will give you a bad posture. All these errors end up giving you a bad form. And when you have a bad form while engaging in this kind of exercise, it is for your own, is at your own risk and at your own disadvantage. Another common error and how to fix it is holding your breath. While doing this, don't hold your breath. No, we are not advising you to hold your breath. What we're advising you to do is to hold your breath to avoid that, especially if you might be you might end up being asthmatic patient or whatever. It's advice, try it, and you should also seek a professional advice from a medical specialist before you indulge in this kind of exercises. That's why this always takes me back to the corrections we're giving to people. First off, understand your body type before you begin to engage in any form of exercise, and also while you understand your body type, seek medical advice or seek professional advice from specialists so that you understand if you're fit enough to partake or indulge in certain kind of exercises. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's always for your own good. Yeah, so this helps you focus and control under stress. This is one of the benefits. It helps you learn focus and helps you learn to able to control yourself under pressure, because you like it or you don't like it, you're standing like that tension hold, you're holding there for like some seconds. While holding there, you might probably be feeling that pain, but you have to hold. So that's a process of you holding and enduring. It helps you control, it helps you build that massive control under stress, and also helps you stay focused because you're focused on the fact that you don't want to bring your hand down, you don't want to give a wrong movement, you're just standing there and you're making sure that you're getting it right. Another one, it helps you maintain patience and resilience. Yeah, because maybe you set that alarm for yourself 30 seconds because it's advised that you go 30 seconds per set and max of 3 sets as a beginner. So let's assume that you're going for your 30 seconds, you have to hold on to 30 seconds. So the process by which you're holding on and you're waiting from seconds 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 seconds, 2 seconds, 3, 4, up to 30, it helps you build the patience and also yourself and have that resilience. Yeah, that's why we're advising and we're saying that it's good that you partake in this kind of exercise or you include it into already your workout routine. Another one is the symmetry and precision awareness. It helps you. Now, this precision awareness is for people who are trying to get focused on getting a good form or getting their form right, because while you're focused on getting the form right, while you're trying not to make that mistake, it makes your precision senses become very active, and you're always aware, because you don't want to make that mistake. You don't want to get a wrong form. You don't want to get a dysfunctional body or disfigured body. You don't want to be that guy who has a small legs and a very big body, or has one hand is bigger, or all those these formalities. So you don't want to have those things. All you have to do, you have to focus and be sure that you're getting it right. And that process by which you're trying to focus and get it right, it builds your awareness and also builds that precision instincts in you. It makes it stronger. Talking about stronger and making it stronger, mental toughness. Yeah, mental toughness. Probably the day you wanted to do it, you were not feeling all that happy, or probably you were not mentally prepared for it. But anyway, you just did it. Regardless, what that does to your body is that it signals to your body that, oh, we are now getting used to doing hard things. We're now getting used to doing very, very tough things. So regardless if you're happy, you're smiling, you're sad, as long as it's time, you're always doing it. What this does to your brain is that it builds that strong fortitude and builds that strength for you to always not care if something is tough or something is easy. You're just indulging in it. This topic is very, very exciting for me, and this episode is very, very educating. That's why I can keep going on and on. But no, the people who are pressing the right button and my team over there at the studio here, they've signaled me that, oh, your time, your time, your time, your time. So I'm sorry, but we're going to have to call it a day. We're going to have to say goodbye to you. But before that, I'm reminding you that if you want to be a part of our show, you want to reach out for advert placement, sponsorships, kindly give us a call or kindly send a WhatsApp message to +224-814-371-4093, or send an email to obradiofm.uk@gmail.com. Don't forget, our application is available on Android and your Apple devices. How do you know? What do you type when you get there? Just type Fitness Talk Show on your Google Play Store or your Apple Play Store. But then on your Google Play Store, there's a difference. It's Fitness_Talk Show. As against your Apple Play Store, all you have to do is remove the underscore, just type Fitness Talk Show, and voila, that's it. And remember, on our application, there's a very, very fantastic and a peculiar feature that we have there. You can decide to stream us live by watching, or you can just decide to have that a basic and a native radio option where you just be listening to an audio. Isn't that very, very fantastic? Isn't that wonderful? I would love you, and I would love if you try that out, because it's available on your Apple and your Android devices. Don't forget, this is Big Chief, and this is still the Drill Show on obradiofm.com. And also make sure to reach out to your vendor. You have plans to be a part of the upcoming Operation Keep Nigeria Fit or Shape Up Nigeria 30-30 Fitness Challenge. Make sure to reach out to the number showing on your screen, or also send an email to obradiofm.uk@gmail.com. Until I see you next time, make sure that you keep strong, keep fit. You have to make this money, but you remember, money and health is wealth. You need health to make the money, and even if you're making the money, you still need the health to make sure that you keep making this money. So in all of this, take your health seriously and make sure to be a part of our upcoming initiatives, and